I was saying with all this purple, this could also double as a memorial service for Prince right now. But in all seriousness, it's really nice to be back in these purple and white halls and to see familiar faces and all the familiar sights here. I am tremendously thankful for what CAP has done for me, for the person it helped me become. Just very thankful for this honor. This is a great distinction, and I appreciate it very much. I want to thank my family and friends for being here. They're so important to me, and have played such a big role in my life that I just can't thank them enough. When I was so excited when I got the call that I was winning this award, especially because when I found out that it wasn't a fundraising call.
That's what you think.
You know, I know from my four years here at CAP, the people that I went to class with, the people that I was in organizations with, the people I was friends with, they are smart and talented and just good people. And I think that's a testament to Capital University, not only in the kids that they bring in, but the adults that they turn out. And with that in the back of my mind, I think that makes this honor mean just that more to me. I'm very thankful for what Capital provided me in my 4 years here. I gained a good education, I gained wonderful experiences, great friends, and most importantly, I gained a wife. She was one of those smart collegiate fellow kids, and I still got her to marry me, so I did all right. One of the things that I feel like defined my time here at CAP was political activism. I was a part of a real rowdy bunch of college Republicans, which I didn't think you could really usually put those two ideas together, rowdy and college Republican, but it was true. We would fly our campus and stage demonstrations and bring speakers in and you know, have displays to create a dialogue here on campus. And sometimes we ruffled feathers, sometimes we were a thorn in the side of the administration. But I think we accomplished a lot of good things at just making people start to question some of the things that they believed. Even if we didn't change minds, at least people could understand a little bit better of why they think the way they think and feel the way they feel. But we really fed off of each other, and it was a really fun time. And like they said, at the end, when the Chimes called me the most polarizing student, I was pretty proud of that. I even got it framed. So, you know, I think in the end they graduated me from Capital just to get me off of campus. So I guess memories do fade. And I don't think a lot has really changed then for me. I still use plenty of political speech, except it's not over on the SA Quad. It's over people's televisions and their computers and over the radio. I work for candidates from president on down for the last 9 years. To find new ways to break through, to change people's hearts and minds, to find ways to take big concepts and try to make them into things that are persuasive and understandable so people can make good decisions. I was thinking about a story of how I got started. It was back in 2008, and we were going on a shoot for a state rep candidate in Terre Haute, Indiana. And my boss was with me, and we were driving out there, and I thought I was just going to shadow. And it was raining, it was about 6 a.m. in the morning, we're in the middle of nowhere out there, and we're bumping down these country roads, and the water's splashing, and we pull into the barn where we were going to shoot, and we met up with this candidate. And my boss said, "All right, Alex, I want 3 good shots, I'll be in the car." And I thought, oh no. And he kind of kicked me out of the nest, but I think that was a really important thing for me. And it also might explain why some political ads are really bad. But I think it's easy. I think it's easy for people to roll their eyes about politics, and rightfully so. There's a lot of bad there, and a lot of things that shouldn't go on. But we can't forget how important it is, and especially political communication, because it is a vital part of our democratic republic. Without an open dialogue and free speech, with points and counterpoints, people can't make informed decisions. And in the age of the internet, where information is easily disseminated and accessed more than ever before, this is a really good thing, and there can be more of a dialogue. But at the same time, As we look across the US, I feel like free speech is also under attack, especially in higher education. We hear about safe spaces and trigger warnings as ways to hide from controversial or even just slightly touchy ideas. And it's all being done in the name of respect and tolerance, which are great things and things that we should model in ourselves. But at what are we actually losing? And I think people pushing this new social norm are starting to crack down on the words and phrases and ideas that we use to communicate. And they're frightening many people into compliance. I think there are a lot of professors across the US who are actually afraid to talk about certain issues in the fear that they might trigger a student. This is simply just a new form of censorship. If there's any place in the entire nation where free speech should be at its freest, it should be on college campuses. Our universities should be a place where great ideas flourish, but also where wrong, controversial, infuriating, and even hateful ones are also able to be discussed. The First Amendment wasn't created to protect popular speech, because popular speech doesn't need protected. It was created to protect unpopular speech. Do you know how you can beat a bad idea? With a good one. When we censor and try to silence speech, it only drives those bad ideas underground, where they can fester and get worse. Expose those bad ideas, confront those bad ideas in order to spread truth. I think part of being fully grown up is realizing that there is no safe space on this earth. And even more so, you learn that danger and risk and controversy are actually necessary for growth. In the early 90s, there was a study done. There was a biosphere built in Arizona to study a closed ecological system so they could do experiments. So big dome out in the desert. And the trees that grew there grew tall, but then they became weak and they would fall over. And what scientists realized is that because there was no wind, those trees were weak. And that wind plays a role in the environment and that it makes those trees stronger. And I think the same is true in life. When we're tested, we become stronger. Our universities should not be some bubble. They should be a place where knowledge and opinions and perspectives are diverse and flourish. A place where they're discussed, challenged, argued, and maybe even feelings might get hurt. It should be a different kind of safe space. A space where the quest for truth can be loudly debated. You know, when I think about, did Martin Luther King Jr. search for a safe space for himself? No. Did Rosa Parks search for a safe space? No. Even Steve Jobs, Neil Armstrong, Martin Luther himself, none of them searched to be safe. They searched for truth, and they were willing to accept whatever the consequences are. We should not be afraid to do what's right. So our pursuit should not be for safety, because that's motivated by fear. Our pursuit should be for truth, wherever that may lead. So thank you for this award. Thank you for a great education, for a wonderful university, wonderful experiences, for helping make me the person I am today. And thank you, Capital, for allowing me to express political thoughts and ideas here on campus, because that is a precious right, and we should not let it be diminished. Thank you.